Jennifer Hudson is leaving the show. Or is that just the latest rumor taking over the internet? For days, viewers have been asking the same question, and now the speculation seems to be getting louder. Is Jennifer Hudson really preparing to walk away from the show she helped build? Or has a simple rumor suddenly turned into a headline that feels much bigger than the truth? Jenifer, because when a star as successful as Jennifer Hudson is involved, even the smallest change can send fans into a frenzy. A different schedule, a missing appearance, a new project, or even a few words taken out of context can suddenly become what looks like breaking news. And this time, the question is spreading everywhere. Is Jennifer Hudson really saying goodbye to her talk show? Music. But here's where things get interesting. Jennifer Hudson is not someone whose career has ever followed a predictable path. She has moved from music to Hollywood, from the stage to television, and from performer to host, constantly proving that she can reinvent herself when the moment demands it. So if people are suddenly asking whether she could leave the show, there is one question we have to answer first. What is actually happening behind the scenes? Is there a real decision being made, or are viewers watching another celebrity rumor grow into something that has not actually been confirmed? And why has this particular story captured so much attention right now? Music. Because the truth may be far more complicated than the dramatic headlines suggest. Jennifer Hudson's future on television has become a topic of intense curiosity. But before we assume that she is walking away, we need to separate what has actually been announced from what the internet is simply imagining. And by the time we get to the end of this story, you may see the Jennifer Hudson exit rumors in a completely different way. So stay with me, because the real story behind the question, is Jennifer Hudson leaving her show, may be much more surprising than the rumor itself. And this is where the story takes an even more dramatic turn. According to the rumor spreading online, the tension surrounding Jennifer Hudson's show allegedly became connected to a surprising invitation involving Sherri Shepherd. The claim suggests that a producer wanted Sherri Shepherd to appear on the show, and that invitation may have created an uncomfortable situation behind the scenes. But before we go any further, it is important to make one thing clear. This is speculation and has not been established as confirmed fact. There is no verified evidence that Jennifer Hudson actually left her show because Sherri Shepherd was invited. Still, the rumor has captured attention because of the dramatic story being told around it. Imagine the scene. The studio lights are on. The audience is waiting. Producers are moving around backstage, preparing guests, rehearsing segments, and making sure everything is ready before the cameras begin rolling. And then comes the decision that allegedly changes the mood behind the scenes. An invitation goes out to Sherri Shepherd. On paper, it could sound completely normal. Talk shows invite other television personalities all the time. Guests come on to promote projects, share stories, make people laugh, and connect with viewers. But according to the online speculation, this particular invitation supposedly carried much more weight. Why? Because Sherri Shepherd is not just another television personality. She is an established daytime television host with her own audience and her own identity in the talk show world. That makes the rumor instantly more dramatic. Fans began wondering whether the invitation was simply a guest appearance, or whether it represented something bigger, and that is where social media took the story and ran with it. Suddenly, questions started appearing everywhere. Was Sherri being invited simply as a guest? Was the producer considering a future collaboration? Could the appearance have been connected to changes happening behind the scenes? Or was this simply an ordinary television booking that became exaggerated online? The answers remain unclear. But the most dramatic version of the rumor claims that Jennifer Hudson was unhappy with the situation, and that the invitation somehow contributed to her alleged decision to step away. Again, there is no confirmed evidence establishing that chain of events, but the possibility has become part of the online conversation. And if you think about it, there is an important reason why fans would find this storyline so shocking. Jennifer Hudson has worked hard to establish her presence in daytime television. Her show represents another chapter in a career that has already included music, acting, awards, and major entertainment milestones. For fans, the idea that she could suddenly walk away is difficult to imagine. So when another prominent host like Sherri Shepherd enters the conversation, people naturally begin connecting the dots, even when those dots may not actually be connected. The producer's alleged invitation therefore became the center of the speculation. Some viewers interpreted it as a harmless guest booking. Others wondered whether it could signal a larger change. And some took the rumor one step further, suggesting that Sherri could somehow become involved with the show in a more permanent way. That is where the story becomes especially interesting. Because if a producer genuinely wanted Sherri Shepherd on the program, what was the reason? Was it simply because she would make a great guest? Was there a special episode being planned? Was there a rating strategy behind the invitation? Or was the production team simply trying to create a memorable television moment? Those questions have not been answered publicly in a way that confirms the more dramatic claims. But the speculation has created a fascinating rivalry narrative. Jennifer Hudson on one side, Sherri Shepherd on the other, and television audiences know exactly how powerful that kind of storyline can become. Two successful women, two recognizable television personalities, two different daytime audiences, and suddenly, the internet wants to know whether one could be replacing the other. But here is the twist. An invitation does not automatically mean a replacement is happening. A producer can invite another host without planning an exit. A guest appearance does not automatically mean a takeover. And Jennifer Hudson's presence on television should not be declared finished simply because rumors are circulating online. Still, the rumor has raised a bigger question. What is actually happening behind the scenes of Jennifer Hudson's show? That is the question fans really want answered. Because when viewers become emotionally connected to a host, even the smallest change can feel enormous. A different guest, a different segment, a different announcement, a different tone backstage. Suddenly, people begin wondering whether they are witnessing the beginning of a major transformation. And that is exactly what happened here. The alleged invitation to Sherri Shepherd became more than just a guest booking rumor. It became a symbol of the uncertainty surrounding Jennifer Hudson's future on the show. Some fans believe Jenifer would never simply walk away without a major reason. Others believe the entire story may have been exaggerated from the beginning. And there are those who think the truth could be somewhere in the middle, a normal television decision that was transformed into a dramatic internet narrative. But until Jennifer Hudson, her representatives, the producers, or another reliable source confirms an exit, viewers should treat the claim carefully. Because in the world of celebrity television, rumor can travel faster than reality, and sometimes the story that looks like the biggest bombshell is actually hiding a much simpler explanation. But what if there really is something happening? What if the Sherri Shepherd invitation was not the end of the story, but only the beginning? That is where the mystery surrounding Jennifer Hudson's alleged exit becomes even more intriguing. Because if a major change is coming, the real question is not simply whether Jenifer leaves. The real question is what happens to the show next. But now the story gets even more interesting because there is another question that fans cannot stop asking. Who do people actually want to see more, Jennifer Hudson or Sherri Shepherd? The debate has become one of the most fascinating parts of the entire rumor. On one side, you have Jennifer Hudson, the powerhouse singer, actress, performer, and daytime host who has brought her own emotional and uplifting energy to television. On the other side, you have Sherri Shepherd, a veteran television personality known for her humor, confidence, quick reactions, and years of experience entertaining daytime audiences. And when those two names are placed in the same conversation, viewers naturally start choosing sides. For many Jennifer Hudson fans, the answer is obvious. They believe Jenifer has created something that feels uniquely hers. Her show is not simply about celebrity interviews. It is about her personality, her journey, her ability to connect with guests, and the emotional moments she creates with everyday people. Fans who support Jenifer argue that replacing or reducing her role would change the identity of the program completely, but then there are viewers who point towards Sherri Shepherd and say something very different. They argue that Sherri understands daytime television at a deep level. She knows how to keep a conversation moving, how to make an audience laugh, and how to turn an unexpected moment into television gold. Her years in entertainment have given her a different kind of experience, and supporters believe that energy could bring something fresh to any program. And this is where the online debate becomes intense. One group says, "Nobody can replace Jennifer Hudson." Another group responds, "Sherri Shepherd knows daytime television," and suddenly, what began as a rumor about a producer inviting another host has turned into a much bigger discussion about audience loyalty. But there is an important point that often gets lost in these debates. Liking one host does not automatically mean disliking the other. Jenifer and Sherri have different styles. Jenifer can bring music, emotion, inspiration, celebrity storytelling, and the perspective of someone whose career has crossed multiple areas of entertainment. Sherri, meanwhile, has a strong comedic personality, and a natural ability to create spontaneous, energetic television. So the real question may not be, who is better? It may be, which style do viewers want right now? And that answer can change depending on the audience. Some viewers want heartfelt conversations. They want to hear celebrities open up about their lives. They want inspiring stories and musical performances. For those viewers, Jennifer Hudson can be a natural fit. Other viewers want laughter. They want fast-paced conversations, funny reactions, unexpected jokes, and a host who can turn almost anything into an entertaining moment. For that audience, Sherri Shepherd can be incredibly appealing. That difference is exactly why the comparison has become so interesting. And there is another factor: familiarity. Viewers who have watched Jenifer build her television presence may feel personally connected to her. They have seen her grow, experiment, laugh with guests, and create memorable moments. For them, the idea of someone else stepping into that space could feel almost personal. Meanwhile, Sherri has her own loyal audience. People who have followed her career know what she brings to television, and they may see her involvement as an exciting possibility rather than a threat. So when the rumor claims that Jenifer could leave because a producer invited Sherri, fans immediately begin asking, was this really about competition? There is currently no reliable confirmation that Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Shepherd are personally in competition over the show. That part of the story should be treated as speculation, but the conversation itself tells us something important. It shows how strongly audiences connect with daytime hosts. A host is not simply the person sitting behind a desk. The host becomes the face of the program. Their voice, personality, humor, emotional reactions, and relationship with the audience become part of the show's identity. That is why even a guest invitation can create such a huge reaction online. And imagine if the producers were simply planning a special episode featuring both women. Think about the possibilities: Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Shepherd sitting together on the same stage. Two different personalities, two different approaches to entertainment. One studio audience watching them interact. That could actually become a major television moment. Instead of being rivals, they could create something completely unexpected together, and perhaps that is the possibility viewers are overlooking, because sometimes the entertainment industry creates stories around competition when collaboration is actually the more interesting option. Jenifer does not necessarily have to disappear for Sherri to appear. Sherri does not necessarily have to replace Jenifer for audiences to enjoy her. There could be room for both, but until there is an official announcement, the question remains unanswered. Who does the audience really want? Jennifer Hudson? Sherri Shepherd, or both? That is the debate that has taken the spotlight, and it could become even louder if new developments emerge about Jennifer Hudson's future on daytime television. So before believing every headline claiming that Jenifer has already exited, remember, a rumor is not the same thing as a confirmed announcement. The real story may still be unfolding, and if Jennifer Hudson eventually addresses the situation herself, that could change everything. But now we come to the question that may be sitting at the very center of this entire drama. Does Jennifer Hudson actually like Sherri Shepherd? Or could there be tension between the two television stars? This is where the story becomes much more complicated, because viewers can easily mistake competition for conflict. The internet loves a rivalry, especially when two successful women from the same television world are mentioned in the same conversation. But the reality may be far less dramatic than the rumors suggest. Jennifer Hudson and Sherri Shepherd have both built their own identities in entertainment, and there is no confirmed public evidence that Jenifer dislikes Sherri or has a personal problem with her. In fact, turning a producer's alleged invitation into a personal feud would be a major leap without direct evidence. Still, that hasn't stopped fans from asking what Jenifer might have thought when Sherri's name allegedly entered the conversation. Imagine Jenifer walking into the studio and hearing that Sherri Shepherd has been invited. Would she simply smile and welcome another entertainer? Would she become curious about the reason behind the invitation? Or would she quietly wonder whether something bigger was happening behind the scenes? Those questions are part of the speculation, not confirmed facts. And that distinction matters. Because Jennifer Hudson has spent years building her career, and anyone in her position would naturally care about the direction of a show carrying her name. If another experienced television host were suddenly brought into the conversation, it would be understandable for viewers to wonder how Jenifer might react. But there is another possibility. What if Jenifer actually respects Sherri? What if, instead of seeing her as competition, Jenifer sees her as another talented woman who understands what it takes to entertain an audience? That possibility completely changes the story. Instead of two women fighting for the same spotlight, we could be looking at two entertainers who simply have different strengths. Jenifer brings her musical background, emotional storytelling, and superstar presence. Sherri brings comedy, television experience, and an energetic personality. Those differences could actually make them complementary rather than competitive. And this is where the internet storyline becomes fascinating, because fans may want a dramatic confrontation. They may want Jenifer to be angry. They may want Sherri to be presented as the person taking over. But real life is rarely that simple. Sometimes a guest is just a guest. Sometimes a producer's decision has nothing to do with the host. And sometimes two stars can share the same television space without becoming enemies. Until Jennifer Hudson personally says otherwise, there is no solid basis for claiming that she dislikes Sherri Shepherd. Still, the rumor raises an emotional question. What would happen if Jenifer felt that someone else was being positioned to take her place? That is the scenario that has fans imagining the most dramatic outcome. Picture the studio lights going down, the audience goes silent. Jenifer is backstage. A producer walks in with an unexpected update. Sherri Shepherd's name comes up again. For a moment, everything changes, but would Jenifer walk away? Would she confront the situation? Or would she simply continue doing what she has always done? Step in front of the cameras, smile, and give the audience the show they came to see. That is the mystery. And perhaps the biggest twist is that Jenifer may not see Sherri as the enemy at all. In fact, if the two women were ever brought together for a special conversation, the result could be completely different from what the rumors suggest. They could laugh about the speculation. They could talk about television. They could even acknowledge how quickly the internet turns ordinary entertainment decisions into dramatic headlines. And imagine the reaction from viewers. Two hosts, one stage, no rivalry, no feud. Just two successful women talking about their careers. That would completely flip the narrative. But until such a moment happens, the speculation will continue. Fans will continue asking whether Jenifer approves of Sherri. They will continue wondering why Sherri was allegedly invited, and they will continue questioning whether the invitation has anything to do with Jenifer's reported exit. For now, the safest conclusion is simple. There is no confirmed evidence that Jennifer Hudson dislikes Sherri Shepherd or left her show because of her. Everything beyond that belongs in the category of rumor and speculation. And sometimes, the truth behind a celebrity story is not nearly as explosive as the rumor. But the waiting, the uncertainty, and the unanswered questions are exactly what keep audiences watching. Because the biggest question is no longer simply whether Jennifer Hudson will leave. It is this: if Jenifer really does step away, what or who comes next? And that is where the story could take its most unexpected turn. So, is Jennifer Hudson really leaving her show because Sherri Shepherd was invited? Right now, there is no confirmed evidence that this is the reason, or even that Jenifer is officially leaving. But the rumors have certainly created a storm of questions, and fans are watching closely to see what happens next. Whether this turns into a major television shakeup or simply proves to be another exaggerated internet rumor, one thing is clear: the conversation is far from over. What do you think? Does Jennifer Hudson deserve to remain at the center of her show? Or would you like to see more of Sherri Shepherd? Drop your opinion in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on the latest Jennifer Hudson stories, celebrity rumors, and entertainment drama, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the next update could change everything.